Hello, welcome to Jen's Technology Channel. Today, I'd like to give you a new video about ChatGPT. Today, we talk about ChatGPT application in project management with SFlow.io, how AI help project management. ChatGPT is a very hot topic recently. It is a great AI tool from OpenAI. It can use the dialogue fashion, question and answer fashion to answer any question basically. But today I'm going to show you how to use it effectively in a project management scenario. So four things, there's many other things, but today we're going to focus on four things, ChatGPT, four ways ChatGPT can assist in a software development project. And basically, it can be similar to other different projects, but today we're going to focus on software development project. So there's four things for software, project manager, product owner. There's four important things to do before project start. One is so for example, you have a feature you want to implement in your software. First, you want to investigate the competitive landscape, see what's out there, what's other people doing, and what's the feature available today. And based on that evaluation, you can define your own requirement. You can add new requirements or smart ideas you have into your product. And then once you have the product requirement, then you can ask ChatGPT as well about the technology stack. For example, what kinds of programming language, what kinds of library to use, what's the available things out there for you to build these things very well, very nice, and very solid, right? And as a dream, most of the project management task is to make the projects very nice, very powerful, very easy, and then user-friendly and very fast to develop, okay? And then the last things, once you have the technology stack, you want to have the some co-examples. For example, if you are an engineer who's going to take over this task, you can ask it how I implement this, right? Any idea of what things out there can help me do these things faster? So and all these can use ChatGPT. But for the coding, there's another tool called GitHub Copilot. Also is based on the GPT-3 model. It can also help with the programming task. Okay, so there's four different ways allow the ChatGPT to help with the projects. And today we're going to use this ChatGPT inside the SFlow.io to show you how powerful it is or how it can help with the product manager, project manager, and product owners. With that out of the way, let's go to the demo. Okay, so for today's demo, you will need ChatGPT account from OpenAI. So you can come to the openai.com, you can sign up for it, and then get the ChatGPT account. And for the demo, if you want to do it yourself, you also need the API key from the OpenAI website. So there's many tutorial of how to get that, or from the Google search you can find it easily. So yeah, this is very good tool, and today we're going to show you is how to use these ChatGPT inside SFlow.io. It's a new tool about for the project management, software development, customer support, and including other capability. But today we're going to focus on software development, how the ChatGPT can help software development project, for example. So for SFlow, it's very easy. You can sign up here. You can just fill out some information and then give the email verification code. And once you sign up, you can just log right in. And today I'm going to use my existing account. I already log in and have ChatGPT set up. Once you get in here, I will show you 4 steps. We just described in the PowerPoint how GPT can help with a project. So first thing, in here you can create a task. So in the first phase, we want to research the competitors, right? So for example, today we want to do a project about WordPress plugin for polling component that's integrated with Xflow.io. So we want to come up with the requirements, recommendations for this project, so the engineer can go in and then develop a task very well, and you do it right from the beginning. So first thing I'll do is I'm going to do competitor analysis. So I'm going to ask top five plugin for WordPress polling feature. Okay, and their important features. Okay, so and I can ask ChatGPT. You will just ask this question. You can also formulate it to ask specifically for a requirement, UI design, or code example. So for now, I'm going to just ask this question and send it over to the ChatGPT, and it will take a little bit. So you can ask top 5, top 3, top 10, doesn't matter. First, you know what you have, what's the other people doing the similar things, and so it gives you the list of these top 5 component. This one is Yop pool. It has many features like multiple voting options and this and that. So you want to have, so that's assuming, okay, I'm doing the research and feel, hey, this is pretty good starting point for me. And so that's that I want to have these advanced features, good features of these 3 components. And let's see how it will come up, right? So so I'm going to keep track of these 3 components and what's good about them, and I want to select some features from these 3 components. I want to add it to my requirement. Okay. So let's say, okay, I ask that question, and then this I'm going to save this so I can come back and review, and my team can see this as well. I can invite people to my team, and by okay, also by email invitations, so your whole team can work on this. Okay, and next question I will ask is about the requirements. So first I do the research about the competitive landscape, and the second thing is ask the ChatGPT about the requirements. This is a requirement task. I'm going to create a WordPress polling component that is integrated with Xflow. Okay, so I want to ask a question about important features, and this is the task, and I want to check the requirements. I want it to compose for the requirements. Okay, and then I will send it to the ChatGPT, right? And this time it will give me, hopefully it will give me good requirements. Okay, I got this is my question. When you select the project requirement, you attach the first sentence to it, and you can compose your own request as well. And here's come up with the 8 things you need to do, right? The polling component support major browsers. Polling component must secure against attack. The component should provide detailed analysis about each poll. And then, yeah, it has the Okay, so allow the social network, WordPress. Then important, the component should be able to pull with multiple choice answer. Component should be able to display poll features. And you can also review your competitors, see something missing, and you can edit to it, right? So just for this demo purpose, I'm not going to do that, but it's you, as a product manager, you should be read through this carefully and make the careful adjustments to this requirement. Make sure it all makes sense. And there may be a lot of things also missing from like something from your for these components you want to add. You can add to it. And once you get everything, you say, okay, this is good enough or good enough as a starting point for me. I'm going to just create this one. Okay. Okay, so yeah, so this is the requirement. You can change that to okay. And another thing I'm going to do, second, you have all your requirements. And third, you want to add the technology stack. So you will ask ChatGPT to recommend what's the best. If you are project lead and everything, I have these project requirements. I can copy these, and then I can ask ChatGPT about technology stack. Okay, so the question about technology stack. Front end will be HTML, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery. Back end will be PHP, MySQL. Library will be WordPress. Yeah, this is some recommendation or integration with this Explore API, plugin extension. So yeah, I give you some very high level stacks. So yeah, front end, it kind of makes sense, but some of them is obvious. The framework or library like WordPress, CMS, Bootstrap, CSS, this is interesting, and this is interesting. Okay, so you can see you can provide some of the stacks for this. Okay, and we can ask it again for different type of full widget recommend. So for example, I can ask him the specific feature on this. Okay, so you can ask a multiple question. You can break it down into different questions and ask it separately. And here is just a little bit different, right? You can ask individually for each individual features, which will probably give you better suggestions. But this is more of a technology research. So when you're doing this, you got to know what's out there and what's more suitable for your application. So here it's telling you this, okay, and the WordPress plugin development kits for optimization of UI or putting widget, okay. And yeah, this is quite obvious, and this one is interesting. We should take a look at this one. So yeah, so you can see, it can give you some of the recommendations, something you may not think about before or you are not familiar with. So this could be helpful. Okay, so this second step is doing this technology stack research in the second step and the third step. So I'm going to save this. So this will give my tech team some background information, or as the tech lead, you may want to do the research before you implement important feature. Okay, and then the last one you can do is, once you have all this out of the way, you have the competitive landscape, you have the high-level requirements, you have the tech stack you want to use, and then last, you want to see, for example, you need to have some samples, recommendations, and you can ask ChatGPT for that. Let's try that. Create another task. Is find the available. So basically, you can ask for code examples, or in this case, I'm going to ask for some open source available examples. You can see if this is true, and another way you want to probably want to ask is find available sample code. Give me some sample code. Source code, open source projects available for similar product that will help speed up your development effort. So in this case, it gives me some of the PHP example, right? Polling widget, plugin polling widget, a simple widget to add polling component for your website. Okay, so you actually write the code for me, and then this is PHP code. It's probably not the just going to work or going to work well, but it is a good starting point for you to start to experiment the implementation. Okay, and yeah, you can see the 4 different ways. I'm going to save these so my engineer can see all these 4 different things, and we can all view these, discuss these, change these, and yeah, work on this together as a team. So from here you can see it's ChatGPT can help you with your software development projects from several different ways, from early investigation of the features, from your requirements, from your design of the your architecture, your programming language stack, and then your detailed implementation. They could all help you to get the things done faster. So yeah, so it's very useful, and it helping me, and I hope it will help the other engineers, developers, product managers out there. And try out the S-Flow, which is one of a great tool for your projects. So if you like our video, give us a thumb up and subscribe to our channel. We will have more interesting video coming up soon. Thank you for your attention. Bye now.